We are on Pothole Patrol tonight, and what we found out could really make you angry. We've learned that the city is not telling the whole truth about fixing the potholes plaguing our streets.
The KHOU 11 News I-team poured through records and found the city gave a misleading image of what is actually being done. Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogalski is live in the Montrose area to show us what he's uncovered tonight. Jeremy?
Well, Greg, Lisa, check out this whopper of a pothole right down here. It's about 3 feet wide, 4 inches deep. Certainly a busted hubcap or worse, just waiting to happen. But here's the thing. The city had many open complaints about this hole and many others around town that it closed without doing any repairs.
These potholes are just ridiculous.
Complain about a pothole.
Something's jiggling and jaggling, and it tears up the car.
And the city of Houston gives itself 10 days to close that complaint. Sounds simple enough.
They're lying.
But that is where the rubber
They're lying.
really meets the road. You see, all of the potholes you're watching in this story, the city's considered closed.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a lot.
Take this monster in the Montrose area.
Is that closed?
That's closed.
No.
Or this one in the Heights.
Closed means it's been fixed, and it's not fixed.
Instead of fixed is the fix-in. On paper, the city looks like it's doing an A-plus job, with a whopping 99% of pothole complaints closed and completed within the city's 10-day deadline. But the I-team found hundreds of those closed out when no repair work was done.
That's a bogus status.
City Council member C.O. Bradford.
That's a misrepresentation. That's wrong. That's deceitful. That's misleading.
So is there any explanation?
We understand it was confusing.
Frank Carmody runs the city's 311 line, where complaints come in.
Was it misleading?
We understand it was confusing.
You don't call it misleading.
I call it confusing.
And when we tried to sort that confusion out,
Shouldn't closed mean filled? Isn't it that simple?
Remember, it means something different to us.
something quite different. Turns out closed to the city hasn't always meant filling the hole, but rather investigating to make sure it's a hole. Yep, it's a hole.
It's getting bigger and bigger.
The actual repairs come later, or on Suresh Kumar Street, much later.
It's been sitting here for almost 2 years.
2 years?
Yes, yes.
Stuck in the closed conundrum.
We have to pay for it to fix it.
With Houston drivers paying the price.
Fix the roads. We're not living in a third world country.
Do you understand the frustration?
I do.
So from now on, the city says it's changing its ways. Eric Dargan is a deputy director at Public Works.
We've now identified that was the wrong way of doing it, and there's a better way, more open way of doing it.
And that means calling it like it really is.
Our service requests that are called in by the public should not be closed until the work is actually complete.
Filled. Fixed.
Fits.
Done.
Done.
Case closed.
All the above.
Well, we're keeping them honest, but we also need your help too. You are the eyes and ears of our pothole patrol. So tomorrow morning on your way to work or the office, grab those smartphones, take a photo or two, or even better yet, some video of the potholes, and then send us what you got. How? By clicking on to Pothole Patrol on KHOU.com. It'll take you to this form, and then we'll take the info straight to City Hall. This right here is our Pothole Challenge pylon. Learn which city leaders have signed on tomorrow night on 11 News at 10. Live in Montrose, Jeremy Rogalski, KHOU 11 News.
These meters are not smart at all, they dumb.
Smart meters were supposed to be Houston's high-tech solution to the city's downtown parking problem. But sometimes they don't seem so smart. In fact, the I-team discovered they can be pretty dumb, causing headaches, hassle, and a whole lot of money. Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogalski explains.
Smart's not so smart when you think this first hit Houston streets back in the days of the flip phone. They're old, and it's you who winds up feeling their age. They can be finicky.
It's a huge hassle.
Persnickety.
It's frustrating.
And downright bullheaded for their solar-powered brain. They call these smart meters.
These meters are not smart at all, they dumb.
That's the word on the street from those who tried feeding a Houston parking meter, only to end up fighting it.
It's a pain in the butt.
You don't want to say but, do you?
No.
More than 6,600 of you complained about parking meters since 2014. More than 2/3 of those complaints were for gobbling up your money and not printing a receipt. And the I-team discovered the city's somewhat blind to it all.
If there's a paper jam, you don't necessarily know back at headquarters, do you?
No, we won't know that.
The city won't know because the smart meters aren't smart enough to know when to send an alert. Maria Ershad oversees parking management.
The meter doesn't know that it's not spitting the receipt out. So we rely on our customers to call 311.
What do I do?
That's what we found Bridget Ajufo doing downtown after the meter ate her $2.
I'll help you.
And our $2 as well.
Where's our receipt?
I don't know.
She told 311
I'm afraid to leave my car here and get ticketed.
to avoid a ticket in cases like this, the city gives you a service request number to write down and put on your dash. It's supposed to flag parking compliance officers to steer clear.
We left a note.
But the I-team found a problem there too. Just ask Emily Dominguez.
There were 5 or 6 cars.
All with notes.
Yes.
All who tried to pay.
Yes.
All who couldn't get a receipt.
Right.
But despite all of that,
You come back from lunch?
And every car in that row had a ticket.
it's not supposed to happen, but it does. In fact, we checked city court records and found 185 drivers who fought their tickets and won because of a meter malfunction. Who knows how many more out there didn't go through the hassle and just paid the fine.
We don't want to do that. We really, that's not a good practice. We don't want to do that, but it's going to happen.
Ershad says smart meters handle 2 million transactions a year. So in context, she says, problems are rare. But even so,
I want you to not think about parking. When you have to think about parking, when you have to call 311, when you get upset, that is a problem to me. It's not only your problem, it's our problem.
the city hopes problems with old meters will soon fade away as it phases in new meters. But the smartest idea of them all? Download the Park Mobile app on your smartphone to pay by phone. You won't ever have to touch one of these again. Jeremy Rogalski, KHAU 11 News.
A sex offender. Tonight, the I-team has uncovered the latest crime-fighting tool in the war on child pornography. Our Jeremy Rogalski says it has 4 legs and 1 high-powered nose. They have a nose for the no good. From drug-sniffing dogs to bomb-sniffing dogs. And coming soon, the first of its kind in Texas.
The porn dog.
The porn dog.
The porn dog.
You heard right, says John Dumas with Montgomery County Crime Stoppers.
I think it's a great name. It's very catchy. I think it's going to take.
Let's go to work.
And take out those who peddle in child pornography. There's only a couple of these canine crime fighters in the entire country.
In the back is a hard drive.
They're specially trained to sniff out an adhesive found in electronic storage devices, like thumb drives, hard drives, and tiny SD cards where child porn is often kept and kept hidden by the perps.
We have found that there have been storage devices in safes in the slab of somebody's home. They hide it very well.
Hi, I'm Jared, the Subway guy.
It's exactly what happened in the recent high-profile child porn case of Subway spokesman Jared Fogle.
They went in and collected things and didn't find what they were looking for. And that's when they called in this canine dog to come in and assist. And on the second round, he found the devices that they were looking for.
The high-powered nose was key to Fogle's guilty plea.
Horn dog sniffed it out. It worked perfectly. And that's what we're hoping to bring to Montgomery County and the Houston metro area.
Earlier this month, a child predator task force nabbed 27 suspects. Authorities hope to soon tally up many more.
The 4-legged crime fighter arrives here in a few weeks. He's a chocolate lab named Brody, ready to hit the streets looking for these. In Montgomery County, Jeremy Rogalski, KHOU 11 News.